Hi Leviwanders! Today we're going to learn how to balance your own Leviwand. So a lot of people realize that a Leviwand has to be balanced in a certain way. Well, today we're going to show you the 3 ways a Leviwand can get unbalanced and how to fix them. Now they're done in the order of 3. So the 3 are, number 1 is going to be axial alignment. So that's kind of how the axis, like an axis of a car, aligns. So imagine if there was weight on top of this. This is what the axis is. Now angular alignment deals with this right here. So if you have weight that's actually offset, you'll notice it's kind of going at this angle. It wobbles like this quite a bit. And then last but not least is general weight balance, or the lateral length, lateral balance. So okay, if you have weight all the way down here, or versus weight all the way up here, how that affects the Leviwand. So the first thing we're going to check is going to be that axial alignment. There's 2 easy ways to do this. Method number 1, we're going to wrap up the string. I'm essentially going to hold this and let it roll down my arms. So if I hold it like this and this, and if I roll down, it should roll down smoothly. If you feel bump, 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 you'll notice that it's going to be off axis. To demonstrate this, I'm going to go ahead and add some weight here and here. I'm going to rotate this again. I'm going to roll it down both my arms. And you'll see in this particular case, this should be bumpy. Bump, 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 bump. You see that wobble in there? So if you happen to see wobble in your axial alignment, so wobble when you roll it down both your arms, an easy way to check to this is, I will have to hold this here, is if I place this on my arms, you'll notice the center of gravity always wants to go down, right? If I move this back up like that, it'll want to go down. It won't hang there, because obviously the weight's down here. So to fix that, you can add weight. So in this case, I'm going to use clothespins. But otherwise, for fire Leviwands, you'll tend to see that we add nails. And for normal Leviwands or practice Leviwands, I will just tape nails to one side or the other. So the next thing we're checking for is angular alignment. What that basically means is once you have a Leviwand, is it the correct angle along the axis? Because it could be shifted like this. Since you see the clothespins here, up here, and down here, this shouldn't cause this Leviwand to kick at an angle. So rather than rolling it down both your arms, what you can do is either roll it down a single arm by rolling up your string, placing it here, and rolling down that way. Or another way is taking your string, holding it like this, and seeing if you can see the Leviwand wobble back and forth when you drop it, like this. So you'll see there's a slight bit of going back and forth like this, because it's trying to rotate around this center of gravity. Up close. So one of the most difficult things about axial alignment is to figure out exactly where it's going, because if we just lay it on our hands, it'll still spin properly. So something I found is easy is I take a couple of pieces of tape of different colors, so you can see purple, white, orange, and black. And as it spins around, you'll notice in the video, when we slow it down, is that I'll be spinning around the purple point, which shows you here that the center of gravity on this side is shifted slightly toward the purple, opposite is shifted down. The way to counteract this is obviously adding weight on the opposite side for this side, where the purple is, and on the opposite side over here, and that'll allow it to roll correctly. So a proper Leviwand should be balanced somewhere around the 1 o'clock position, so that's approximately right here, okay? Another test you can try to do is if you let go from horizontal, it should take only 1 second to get up to the top. Now, what happens if you add too much weight to the bottom of a Leviwand, I'm going to distribute this equally, is you'll notice here, it'll fall a lot faster, and also when I try to balance it here, it stays almost vertical. Of course, if you put weight on the opposite side, just like this, when I try to balance it this way, this will now have way too much weight and actually flip over the opposite direction. If I let go from here, the wrong side goes down. An easy way of balancing this is simply adding weight to the other side, doing a quick test, and not quite enough, throwing in a little bit more weight, and at that point you should see that this Leviwand should be back approximately to balanced. want to do these tests in this order because even if you have this balanced vertically or along the axis, but you have both of these on the other side, you'll notice the center of gravity is actually shifted out this way, just a tad. So because of that, the center of gravity wants to pull this up. So notice the string is like this, the center of gravity is actually up here, so this is pulling down. So thinking that this is a linear balance, even though it's not, is what tricks a lot of people from thinking that they need to add more weight here, when realistically they actually just need to add more weight down here and here.